Good evening, everyone. So here I'll be showing you how to get the title details for a particular grade which you created for your ROMS application. So the following title data will be collected from the OSU TPXO website. For that, you need to have your TPXO files with you, which mainly consists of, as you can see from the left hand side, HTPXO 9 version 4a, UTPXO 9 version 4a, and there will be another file which is GTPXO 9 version 4a. Although I am having TPXO 8 version 4a files and TPXO 9 version 4a files, so choose whichever is available to you or whichever is provided to you. So the first step is to ensure that you have the following folders in your MATLAB path. So let me go to my MATLAB path. So in my MATLAB path, as you can see, you have the following folders. And you have this MaxCDF, then you have NetCDF toolbox, then NetCDF all 4.12, and then the stretch files. These are the four files which you need in your MATLAB path. Other than that, what you will need is the custom script tpxo part 3 and tpxo version part 3 underscore script. These both are available for the use in MATLAB. So here I'll be teaching you some simple steps which can be used to generate the file. So first open the tpxo2 roms underscore v5 part 3 underscore script dot m. Paste the location of your grid with the exact grid name. For suppose I want to create the tidal forcing file for my particular grid, which is, let's say, Singapore underscore large underscore version 1, this grid which I created in my earlier example. So for that, if I need to create a title file, what I'll do is I will just directly paste its path from here as Control C. Then I'll paste the path over here as you have already seen in here in the fn grade variable. Then what you need to do is, as you can see, the location will be in the form of a backward slashes. So you have to convert it, you have to change all into forward slashes. You have to change everything into forward slashes. So what I'll do is change everything into forward slashes, else it won't work. Now what I'm doing is forward slash, or if you are able to type it down, then typing one would be easy. Now in the fnout file, what you need to do is you need to mention the path, exact path where you want your output file, and the file name in the following format. Now this is already present, but you can choose is to change this part as per your requirement, and the date time will automatically be taken from here. Now what I'll do is you have to choose the time for which you want to create your TPXO file. So for the TPXO file, what you'll need is you need to know the exact time for which you want to create your forcing. For example, if I want to create for 2015 in the month of August, and for say 1st August, then I have put it as 1673. Now if I would have wanted it as say 5th August, so let's say I go to as 10th August. So I'll change it to the number of days as offset from our base time, which is 2011 of January of 1. First of January. So our base time is 1st of January 2011, and whatever date we want is offset in the number of days from that particular date to the date we want, and this has to be initialized in the tide start. So after that, what you need to mention is the length of the simulation, which is as much as you want. So in my case, I wanted 30 days. In your case, you could keep it as 60 days, whatever is the requirement. And then what you would need is the name of the tidal constituents which you want in your file. So the tidal constituents can be M2, S2, N2, or various other constituents. For example, if you want to, you can just put in single quotes the type of constituents you want, and then just close the bracket. That's it. Rest you don't need to change anything. These are some of the options which you can play around with to generate some kind of plot for your use. Or else, if you don't want to generate any plot or visualize it, you can leave it. So these are used only for normal purposes and nothing else. You may choose to deactivate it, whatever suits you. So what I'll do is now move to the next script, which is tpexecute roms underscore version 5 part 3.m. In this, what we will need to do is we need to mention a few files which we will do over here. So first you need to mention the variable which you want to read. For example, in this idle cases, you want to read the long row variable, lat row variable, mask row variable, and mask psi variable. So if those are not mentioned, then just mention it. Now I usually use TPXO8, so you have to mention those three TPXO files in that order. First is for the grid, second is for the elevation, and third is for the velocity. Elevation is in H, velocity is in U, and grid is in GRID. So I generally use TPXO8, so I change it to TPXO8, or let it be. I can also use TPXO9 because I have it, and like that is the most people use. So I just change it to TPXO9. So after you have changed the following, now you don't need to change any other thing. What you can do is just save it, and then you can do is you can directly, since you have mentioned the path, you can directly run the MATLAB. Here we are thrown with an error. So what the error actually is, I have missed a backslash. I missed a forward slash. So I'll just save the change and I'll just run the file. Now it should not run with any error and it will generate 60 days of data. So the output file has been created. If we go into our folder and see, it has generated for 11th August. So it's fine. So we have our data, and that's what we do with in order to generate the TPXO file. You can change any of this option to see what kind of harmonics are present in life, or what kind of, what should I say, uh, tidal constituents, how do they look for that region in your grid. You can just check these out from here. You can change the length for the number of days you like, and for if you want any other date, say 2018, for say January 5th 2018, then you just calculate the difference between date number this, such a date number between that, or date number between this. Or what you can also do is you can also change in the date num format. Date num, what I'll do is no, leave it. It's better to calculate the number of days from the offset itself. You can just calculate it in a calculator. So again, I'll be sharing this. So again, I will be sharing the screen. Now you can play with these parameters. You can just enter the difference and then just run the file. Now your file will be generated, and that's almost it. Thank you.